Ashik Abregi हमारे साथ. In fact, an encounter has started between terrorists and security forces at the Keren area of Kupwara, and 2 terrorists have been neutralized, and the encounter is still underway. Meanwhile, more details are still awaited. Ashik, my colleague, is still on the broadcast. Ashik Mir, क्या जानकारी मिल सकती है इस encounter के बारे में?
अब से कुछ देर पहले कुपवारा के केरन सेक्टर में एक बार फिर से इंफिल्ट्रेशन अटेम्प्ट किया गया और इस इंफिल्ट्रेशन अटेम्प्ट के दौरान जो है बताया जा रहा है कि 5 टेररिस्टों का ये ग्रुप जो है वो इंफिल्ट्रेट करने की कोशिश कर रहा था, जिसके बाद सिक्योरिटी फोर्सेस ने इन पर गोलियां चलाई और फिलहाल इन गोलियों के तबादले में जो है एक टेररिस्ट जो है मारा गया है और अभी ऑपरेशन फिलहाल जारी है। कुछ दिन पहले ही इसी तरह का एक ऑपरेशन जो है किया गया था केरन सेक्टर में ही, जहां पर 3 टेररिस्टों को जो है मार गिराया गया था और उनके कब्जे से जो है भारी असला और गोला बारूद जो है बरामद हुआ था। लेकिन फिलहाल अभी की जो सूरत हाल है, फिलहाल अभी भी गोलियों का तबादला दोनों तरफ से जारी है। केरन के सेक्टर में जहां पर एक बार फिर से इंफिल्ट्रेशन अटेम्प्ट की कोशिश की गई है और इस इंफिल्ट्रेशन अटेम्प्ट में बताया जा रहा है कि 5 टेररिस्टों का जो ग्रुप है कई दिनों से ये कोशिश कर रहा था कि इंफिल्ट्रेशन अटेम्प्ट जो है इनका सक्सेसफुल हो जाए, लेकिन सिक्योरिटी फोर्सेस जिनमें आर्मी और बीएसएफ के जवान बॉर्डर्स पर तैनात हैं।
Ajay Jandial, my colleague, is also joining us at this point in time. Ajay, we've just broken the news about the ongoing encounter. What's the latest that you can tell our viewers?
Yes, sources are saying that about 2 terrorists have been neutralized by the security forces, by the Indian Army, those who are guarding the line of control in the Kupwara, Keren sector, and about 3 to 4 terrorists were spotted when forces they were on the alert, and because there was already some inputs that terrorists, those who are sitting across the line of control, they could try to infiltrate to this side. And the Pakistani army is continuously giving them support, every support to cross the fence and reach over here in the Jammu and Kashmir to disturb peace over here. But forces, they were on the alert, and when they have spotted the movement of these terrorists, they immediately sounded a high alert. And during the gunfight, which is going on for last about 3 to 4 hours, security forces, they have successfully neutralized 2 terrorists, and 1 to 2 terrorists, they are still hiding in that area, and security forces are trying to neutralize them as well. And this is the second such attempt made by the terrorists on this Kupwara sector line of control area in last 1 week. That indicates that Pakistan is frustrated. They want more and more terrorists to be here in the Jammu and Kashmir so that they can disturb the peace over here. We have seen that how the recent attacks which took place in the Kathua, Doda, and other part of the Jammu and Kashmir, that was something which basically has been planned there in the Pakistan, and Pakistani forces, Pakistani ISI is continuously giving support and planning these attacks over here in the Jammu and Kashmir.
Ajay, appreciate you joining us. Well, Jammu and Kashmir Police Army has launched massive combing and searches in the forest area of the Jammu after recent terror attacks in Doda, Kathua and Riasi, as there are inputs that number of terrorists are hiding in the forest area. My colleague Ajay Jandial has filed a ground report. Let's cut across.
NewsX has reached ground zero here in the forest area where anti-terror operation was continuously going on for last several days after the recent attack which took place in Kathua and the Doda district area, in which 9 army personnel, they have been martyred. And you could see now the massive searches and crackdown has been launched by the security forces in the forest area to trace out the terrorists and neutralize them as soon as possible. We have seen that in most of the attacks which has taken place here in the Jammu region, whether it was Kathua, whether it was Poonch, Riasi or the Doda district, most of the time terrorists basically they were hiding in the forest area. They came out with the help of the touts, and then they carried out attack on the forces, on the Yatris. And in the recent attack in Doda district, we have shown you in the visuals that how tough situation and the terrain security forces personnel are facing. You could see that these troops of the Jammu and Kashmir police, they are continuously moving in the forest area to ensure that every terrorist has to be searched properly. If they are here hiding here, they has to be neutralized as soon as possible. They are carrying deadly weapon in their hand. They are using modern gadgets and ensuring that Pakistan's plan of disturbing peace over here in the Jammu region, that has to be foiled, and that they have to ensure that if the terrorists, those who are hiding in the forest area, they has to be neutralized as soon as possible, as they could be threat to the civilians' life over here. As you can see that deadly weapon in their hand, and they are moving very cautiously and ensuring that these forests has to be properly checked over there. And these troops has been given responsibility of ensuring the safety and the security of this this region of the Jammu, because we have seen that number of times terrorists, those who basically were hiding in the forest area, they are in 3 to 4 in numbers. They are having modern gadgets, GPS and other things, which basically helping these terrorists to to be hide properly, and they are untraceable for the last several months, because in the recent past what has happened that Pakistan has provided these terrorists to the technology which basically is not traceable very easily, and that's why they are basically this technology is helping them. But for how long they will survive, one day they has to be traced, and these brave soldiers of the Indian Army, they are continuously moving, and we are showing you the exclusive reports from the ground zero here. I would ask my camera person to that why terrorists are using these forest area. Just see right ahead of us, there is a thick vegetation, and because of this vegetation, no one can trace these terrorists. No one can even see them from the height. If forces are using drones, they are using helicopters. So it is very tough for the forces to trace them, and that's why these forests are becomes basically hideouts of these terrorists, and they are using these natural caves in the forest to hide. And definitely their OGW network is helping them to survive in this tough situation. And whenever they are getting any indication and order from across the fence area, from the line of control from Pakistan side and their master side, they carry out such attacks here on the forces and the civilians. With Bunty Digraj and NewsX.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.